Hello everyone, and welcome to yet another week of the VBLS VGC Battle League standard format. It's a Regulation C game. You wouldn't be able to tell if it was Regulation C or Regulation B on account of the fact that there are only 4 ruins, and I'm not playing one of them this time, but I am playing Screamtail, which is an absolute menace. Funny WolfeyVGC team moment. My opponent, after I did my original build, dropped a Murkrow for Gastrodon, which is, I haven't really changed my team structure much, and it was built around spamming offensive water moves, so that either means I don't respect Gastrodon, or that my water types just already beat it, is the problem. That's the main problem that Gastrodon has. Hopefully. I mean, we'll see how the game goes. I'm a bit concerned about how it impacts matchup to Gholdengo. I did change its EVs. But yes, so my opponent has a team which is kind of developed around trapping and then you know, putting serious downsides into position. So Spore from Veluza, Salt Cure from Garganacl. Obviously, on top of that, yeah, the trapping with Gothitelle obviously doesn't work on Gholdengo, but it works on any of the other Pokemon that are not carrying a Shed Shell or Terra Ghost type. As long as this mon's live as well. And then Parasong and Parasong. And Parasong. Though I don't know if I'm expecting Swablu. I mean, look, if Swablu comes and I lose, very happy to respect it. So currently we're at this sort of situation where my opponent needs to win out to make playoffs. But is very unlikely to displace me. It's not impossible. Technically, BOhm and Jake can both still displace me. If I win, I cannot be knocked out of playoffs. I think. No, that's not true. It depends on schedule. Because I don't know how many of these players can go against each other. Though I've beaten all 3 of them. And Death Dragon. No one's like winless, which is cool. So, but yeah, if I'm 5-0, obviously BOhm can't make me, because the max that BOhm could make was 4-3. Sorry, it currently is 4-3. So if I get 5 and blank, then BOhm can't make it. So it's an issue mostly with, yeah, Camo, Purple, Raymond, and Sam are competing for this main slot if I win. So that is, like, my biggest week is going to be, I think, my last week, which is against Sam, unless I win the previous week, or 2. Ideally 2. Because then it won't be super impactful for anyone besides Sam, and obviously it depends on whether Sam obviously wins out, and like everyone's kind of in the situation where I think Death Dragon is the only person who doesn't have a shot at making playoffs if they win out. But yeah, currently, if I win one of my remaining games, I'm very likely to make playoffs, and if I win 2 of them, I'm guaranteed. Though it's great to have such a tight pack that I have at 5-0, like, yeah, if I win this week, I'm still not guaranteed, just very likely. And it does help that I've beaten these players before, because that means that they're more likely to be playing each other instead of me. But yes, so my matchup, the team comp that I'm going with is just water type offense, combined with storm nonsense. So they can't, like, Goth can't Terra into a type that beats water, and then also still resist either Psychic, like Psychic and Fighting. I did tech Trailblaze for Gastrodon, assuming that it's not tearing. Good as Gold means that Gholdengo is immune to whatever it's called. The funny thing. Parasol. So they can't Perish Trap Gholdengo. They can't track Gholdengo, and they can't Perish it. So I've got Sub-Nasty Blow with Recover. Very bulky. I ran a bit of special defense because he had short on my matchup into Gastrodon. Yeah, I've got dual screens, Taunt, Spirit Break. Taunt can, assuming they don't Terra Dark, or fake out the Grimmsnarl, though I do have Terra Ghost to theoretically deal with that. Prevent Parasol. Don't fake out myself. Noivern's coming, even though there are 2 Pokemon that are faster and stronger. I guess I haven't put much comments towards it, but the Sandcore is theoretically scary. Also, Sandforce Gastrodon can be scary. This lives everything except I think it was a Life Orb, Stone Edge, or like a Terra with like the rock. I don't remember what the rock item is called. Smooth Rock? No, that's the sand one. Hard Rock? I think Hard Rock. So you know what? If they're Hard Rock, Terra Rock, Stone Edge, yeah. Like I live Life Orb Slide was more the main thing I was going for, and I have Steel in case needed. So that's for a very offensive variant, whereas this does have like the longer game variant of the team. And I think Gholdengo is on both sides of that team, unless something crazy happens. Because if you look at my opponent, they have so they used to have 1 Steel Resist, and now they have 2 with Gastrodon. Just kill Magneton if it comes. But I should be able to beat Gastrodon because of Terra Flying. Especially if I get screens up. I am, yeah, pretty concerned about a few of their offensive options. Like the aforementioned Lycanroc. But I think I've got enough options to check it. Tauros Intimidate is pretty good because it means that they are not a boosting item if they're Clear Amulet. And I'm not scared of them if they are a boost. If they're not a boosting item. Or like I'm not super scared of them. I live Player Off as well. That was the other thing I lived. Super Fang can be relevant. But I think Draco might honestly be more relevant. So Super Fang can mitigate Scream Tail value. It breaks Magneton sturdy. About as reliably as Draco does. I wish I had a more accurate move, but it is what it is. What is my last move? Taunt. Yeah, Taunt's pretty useful as well, because I am faster than a non-booster, energy, speed boosting Scream Tail. I would have preferred Throat Chop, but just didn't get it. Because obviously they can still run Mental Herb. But yeah, I still have the Gholdengo, and Tauros can switch thanks to Shed Shell, which is pretty good. The fact that I have 2 mons that can deal with the Perish Trap, it makes it difficult for them to do it. Though I do kind of wish I'd invested in more bulk on this. I don't know. I am not likely to change that spread because I just don't have a great spread in mind, and I do want the damage to be able to get through Gastrodon if it tears, as well as Garganacl. I don't have a... Yeah, so no, I do have a Cove Clerk. It's on Noivern. I don't love my Garganacl matchup, but I'm hoping that like the Terra Flying can do something, and screens and all that. Yeah, I do get like lose to like Sulky or Wide Guard, so that is definitely a concern. But I'm hoping that between my offense, like I just don't have another mon that beats it. Like it's just like I have all my guys here to pressure it. That can pressure it. Theoretically, there's like a Rotom, but then I can bring Rotom to beat a Rock type. And then like theoretically there's Tox, but this is really just not a good matchup for Tox. So that is basically how I came to the team that I have. Yeah, the team's definitely strong. Or I think Gastrodon actually reduced its consistency. It's not a great water check in my view. I might be wrong. I might prove to be wrong. But we'll definitely see what that looks like. Terra Ghost lets me deal with, like, if they are like booster energy and then their counterplay to me taunting the thing is like faking out Grim, then that's what that's for. Steel is if they do wind up being item boosting, like item and Terra boosted Lycanroc. Shed Shell lets me switch, and Terra Water is more damage. Terra Water is more damage here. Life Orb is damage. Sub is pretty good because it punishes certain turns. I forget what the turns were. There was some play I had in mind that sub punished. Was it just that? I'm not sure. That doesn't make that much sense to me. Max speed to speed type Breloom. The speed here is for Haunter. The speed there is for, I think it's for Lycanroc outside of Sand, but functionally it's for Scream Tail. Then I have Gholdengo. Speed is also for Breloom, though I think theoretically it's more for Magneton. And then, yeah, Veluza's speed tie, and then Grim. I think Grim has speed for a slow Breloom to memory, because it's faster than a slow Goth. Alright, I don't remember a lot of the defensive damage counts I did. But playing this quite late in the week is already Sunday. Often I'd like to play it earlier throughout the week. But yeah, I'm heading into a new job. I believe BOhm has also just started a new job, so not the greatest degree of flexibility for both of us. Sent, smiley face. I think this is the first time I'm using Terraflying on this. I'm using a lot of aggressive Grims, so it's interesting to switch up to a more defensive one. But Spirit Break has such good utility. That is a genuinely really good move. Oh yeah, also Terra Ghost allows me to switch out. So it like checks the two main things that Goth does. Game 1. Challenge them to regulations. That's Battle Stadium. I do that every like second time. Okay. We don't see Lycanroc. We do see Magneton. I mean, we see both their steel resists, which is probably a good call on their end. Let me just think. I sometimes forget to do it, but it is, I think, a good tip. There was no Breloom, no Haunter, no Lycanroc, no Chansey, no Swablu. So it lets you get a very direct understanding of their defensive matchups and stuff. They didn't bring a Dark Resist, but I didn't bring a Dark move on Grimmsnarl. I was definitely 50-50 with Crunch, because Crunch definitely has its place. And then, so what's mine looking like? Yeah, the fighting matchup is pretty mixed. The ground matchup's not great, but I didn't bring it ground. Not a great Noivern matchup. You too, friend. I think I'm going to go for the Grim, Gholdengo, Tauros, Veluza comp, game 1. I want to Terra Ghost and taunt the Screamtail. And then go for sub with Gholdengo. Because it should cover the thing and then also let me switch if need be. It should cover the Terra? No, it should cover Fake Out. Yep, it should cover Fake Out to let me get the taunt off. Okay. Let's see what they go for here. Flamethrower. That does a lot of damage. I don't have Protect. I think I'm going to Light Screen and recover. Just because I want the health, right? It is speed boosting, which is good to know for Noivern. The sub, indeed. Okay. I should be calcing that. What am I doing? So I want to Spirit Break. I kind of expect... Grim might not go down, because they just behind a Light Screen. I want to go into Tauros. But I don't know if that's dumb. Might sub again? Do I have a sub again? So there's 66. No, I don't. Well, no, I have Light Screen now. Probably still better to recover. I should be calcing. I keep saying I should be calcing and then not calcing, you know. Okay, the Magneton's slow. That's good to know. It's annoying, obviously, that I got paralyzed, but that happens. Just slapped this into calc earlier. And now we're looking at what it's doing to Gholdengo. And it is a Screamtail. Level 50. We see Flamethrower. Most relevantly. It's been Terrifier. So it'll do 41. It doesn't look like it's invested. And at -1, it is still breaking. So I want to Spirit Break, and then recover again. Because then I can sub on it after. If it's a -2. I could taunt, but I really want the Spirit Break off. I kind of want to sub. I can get a sub, I just can't keep it. I think I can keep the sub against Magnuson. It's not going last now. No, yeah, because I'm going for Spirit Break, it's not going last, so it won't get analytic, though I don't think it's analytic. It's still reasonable to consider. Yeah, I should be able to keep the sub, right? Okay, not against Magnuson. Oh, that's rough. That's really bad. I need to get this recover off. Yeah, it's definitely a bad way to be in. Okay, I got that off. I can't switch into it. Am I better off just putting a Reflect up to hedge? They got 3 Pokemon left that they haven't brought out. A couple of them are physical. I don't know how relevant Reflect is though. Maybe better still just to taunt Screamtail. Or maybe I should just still go for the Spirit Break here. Because it's a reasonable punish. Oh, that picked up, okay. I want a CC and Nasty Plot. No, I need to make it rain because I need to remove the Magneton if it stays in. I should be counting the Spirit Breaks as well. I've done 2. 14 and 12. Okay, so it looks like they're just max HP. There might be Spadef invested, but there might just be max HP, max speed. So then, what is Tauros doing with CC? Not KOing. Okay. They're -2. I am behind light screen. Oh, I was calculating that wrong. I was calculating that Gholdengo with the light screen up. I'm definitely calculating that wrong. Sorry, that last flamethrower did 15? Okay, so they are max special attack. That's good to know. That's definitely good to know. So if they're not max HP, what is Tauros doing? Okay, so it likely picks up with Raging Bull, but that doesn't cover a switch. I think it's still CC and Make It Rain. Ooh, that may not pick up. Yeah, no pickup. It does not pick up. That's bad. That's bad. That is not good. I think I Psycho Cut and recover. No, I need to pick up Magneton. I've lost. That was a bad play. They are, I think. Then sorry again. I should be calcing. I don't know why I'm not calcing. They just went for the sub. Okay. Oh yeah. Scrimtail's attack is full now. Okay, so it's a good thing I didn't go for Reflect. But yeah, that Parrot turn I think cost me a lot of my flexibility. I'm going to Psycho Cut and recover. Okay, odd. I kind of expect them to switch Gastro now. Not sure, to be honest. But I don't have my don't have my thing up anyways. So I guess I Psycho Cut and sub. Still. a lot of my plays haven't really changed. Okay, so they did switch, but they protected. This is basically what we expected. I want a nasty plot. Okay, they went for fake out. Interesting. They're just going to protect both slots. I mean, this plays best around a switch. I should sub. No, they should switch. They should switch. They should switch. Which is why I'm psycho cutting. I don't beat them. I don't think I beat them at all. They should switch though. I think it's riskless if they switch Scrimtail into Gastrodon. I think even with Gastro dying, I think they win because Gastro isn't the important one as much as Scrimtail is. Yeah, they made the same calculation. They have 17 flamethrowers and Recover's been nerfed, so. Alright, well played. The Terrify is strong. And I played Tauros quite poorly. Okay, so it's just Psychic. That's fine. Alright, now we get some information on the... we get some information on the Gothitelle. So... doubles, definitely get doubles. 28-17. So it's looking like a max F set. Okay. GG! Yeah, no light screen, yeah. Was that weak to the offensive variant of the lead? It might have been. Might have been. Gastro is definitely a problem. I don't know. I probably should not have been mono steel on Gholdengo. I think mostly I just regret my turn 1 play of Terrain Grimmsnarl. It didn't gain me much. I even conceded information on whether they were a thing. I'm actually a bit surprised that Electroweb picked up. Magneton, level 50. Yeah, obviously they want specs. Light Screen was up. So... yeah, they had like max HP, I think. It was a Grim, I think. Sorry, not Grim. It was Gholdengo was a -1. Maybe I should have committed one of the shots there. I feel like the fact that I was never getting nasty plots up was the main concern. Like the main thing that lost me the game. I'm gonna try for the offensive lead. With Gholdengo in the back. Assault Fest on leftovers, eh? I want to, I don't know if this is correct, but I want to Super Fang and Psycho Cut the Garganacl. Because I expect Gastrodon to come in. But I should probably be doing that into the Gastro slot, right? Psycho Cut did 62. But it's not going to pick up Hippo, right? There's no way it picks up Hippo. Yeah, no way it picks up Hippo. so I'm going to do it into Garg. I say that like it picks up Garg. Isn't Garg like almost as bulky as Hippo? It's even bulkier than Hippo. Wow. Oh, well, no, that's just because it's max defense. But about was... Oh, even bulkier than Hippo. 100, 130 versus Hippo's, what? 108, 118? Yeah. So I can get a KO into either of them with the Aqua Cutter, and I can get a KO into neither of them with the, without it. So how do I best cover Gastro? Which one's most likely to switch into Gastro? I guess I'm not that scared of Hippo, so I should be going for the play into Garg. I could also sub. I'm pretty tempted to sub. I think we're gonna sub. Okay, so Garg was the one that stayed in. Oh, it didn't break my sub. Awesome. I had no idea whether it would or not. So I can pretty reliably, I think, get a KO. So if Hippo doesn't switch in, the slot dies. Okay, that sucks. That is awful. Pain. That is really bad, man. That's awful. That is so bad. At least I dodged the muddy water. But I wouldn't have had to dodge the muddy water if I'd just hit. I think I'm more worried about... but I just kill everything if I get rid of... the Psycho Gut did 62 last time as well. Super Fang and Draco are the same accuracy, so... Okay, what do they do here? Target the same guy, eh? Psycho Cut still doesn't pick up. Dude, that's... okay. They're getting pretty, pretty good margins there, yeah. Though I think Super Fang and Psycho Cut may pick up into Garganacl at this point. No, I definitely need to get rid of Magneton. Okay, do I hit? I hate you. What a terrible Pokemon. How could you miss that? That is painful. They're a speed tie. I should have made Gholdengo 1 point faster. If I make Gholdengo 1 point faster, I could make it rain here, but I can't. It's fine. I can simply Trailblaze and Aqua Cutter. It doesn't cover Terra, but I am still not dead. It's also the last turn of Sand, so if they bring Hippo in here, it's good news. Did they reveal Protect? They did not, but they do have it. Okay. Nothing about that really changes. Like, the mass is really the same. Actually, Psycho Cut is fine now. So it covers a double protect. I could also switch. I don't see much value out of switching, but it is a consideration. I haven't Terra'd either. So I could Terra... I could just double the Garganacl, actually. I think that probably makes some sense. Do they protect? They do not. Oof, that's rough. That's not a lot of damage. 3%, man. I mean, I think I just... CC and Psycho Cut. If I could reliably KO Magneton, I would. With Veluza, but I can't, so... Oh, that's good, that's good. They're smart, they got a KO into Veluza with the Sand. Yeah, I just got completely dumpstered by them. Like I said, this is a... Actually, I don't think I said it, but this is an awkward matchup. Okay, a Raging Bull here is good damage regardless of what happens, and Sub here is fine. But it's Nasty Plot better. If I was Wave Crash, I'd feel so much better. It might be worth going for the Terror. Because I'm not going for Terror against Magneton. So I think it is the Terror. I'm just using it for the damage. Okay, that's fine. I wish I hadn't Terrored, because now I would beat this probably pretty reliably one-on-one. And now I don't think I beat it. But we'll see. I genuinely don't know. Oof, that's a lot of damage. I mean, I doubt this KOs. GG. I don't get anything out of Sub, so it doesn't change anything. Do I get the crit? With the crit pick? Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't think that would die. Okay, single target. Are they not SPDF invested? I'm not like Terrored. I'm not plus anything. Well, sorry, I'm +1. Okay, level 50. Maybe they're attack invested instead? Let's throw Stomping onto the set. They're attack invested. That did not work out well for you, my friend. That still doesn't make sense. They're not HP invested? Nope, this makes no sense. Oh, that's still on doubles. Okay, so it was roll. You know, I don't know what exact health HP they were at, but at 61, it seems like it was a roll to pick up 68% chance. So it's favored if they're just max HP. Though I feel like with an Assault Vest, you should be really investing in straight SPDF. And honestly, to some extent, when you have that HP matchup, like the maths is, once you are double the base stat, it's worth investing in the base stat. So like if you're 200 health, you want to be 100 SPDF. And then that is, I don't know, maybe less true. I'm not sure if it's less true or more true with that. With maybe we do. We sure do have ourselves a series. Yeah, I mean, I don't think any of my maths changes. I mean, I definitely want to double up into Magneton, but I don't know if that makes much sense. I think I should just Tailwind and Sub? That does, oh, okay. The game is not loving me right now, it seems. Alright, they go for Electroweb, which doesn't, I mean, yeah, I mean, we saw they were EVL already. I have to Terra actually to get the KO here. How much did Diglin do as well? 32. So I'm dead. Super Duper is just dead unless I go for the Scream Tail, which I'm not sure if I'm faster than. Also, it shouldn't be picking up, right? But they're not actually defensive as much as the game would like me to believe they are. Okay, so if I Super Fang and Aqua Cutter the Scream Tail, I get value out of the turn and I don't lose much. Sorry. Let's just hit the funny sun button, so it goes up to 268. Which is a speed tie! Okay, I hope they're not literal max speed. Okay, that's bad. Okay! My opponent is massively outplaying me, and I am looking like a real chump. Yeah, I'm just dead. Okay, I've lost, like, I mean, if this was a, like, tournament game, I'd just concede here, but, you know, draft and all that. Yeah, Screamtail is just such a nonsense mon to deal with, and booster energy is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know, I could have done it into Magneton. Maybe I should have. They just exerted so much pressure with these guys that I didn't have anything. Yeah, I mean, Gholdengo was completely, like, it doesn't do anything at all this game. It also speed ties this. Why am I not one more speed? I couldn't tell you. And they're thunderbolting, so Terraflying doesn't do anything for me. I should have been Terracross. I considered Terracross, but I'm just an idiot, so I didn't do it. Actually, no, that wouldn't deal with the fire, the flamethrower. That's right, that's why I didn't do it. Electric and fire is a good attack combination, which, you know, obviously has been known. And this still just lives like it did last time, right? Wish I was Wave Crash. Also, I need to Terra to not die to Flamethrower. Okay, so I need to get a roll that I don't think actually exists. Oh, that's a good start. Pick up the 5, pick up the 5%, please, pick up 5%. Cool. I mean, I should die to Declaim from here, but, you know. We'll take what we're owed. At least we got a differential back. Yeah, it's a pretty, like, it's a very different matchup. I think most of the other teams I was playing against, which is, I don't want to say bad, but bad. I mean, if Declaim picks up, then I lose regardless. I mean, if I had called their Screamtail Protect, then, you know, sure. But they were definitely in the driver's seat, so. I mean, CC can pick up. I don't know how much bulk they have, but it's definitely not max bulk. Not max HP. Because they got some speed, and they got a lot of Spadak. So I really imagine this Declaim picks up. Okay, they didn't pick up. Trailblaze didn't pick up either. That's not crazy. The Declaim is doing too much, I think, as a single target. Okay, well that's even more annoying. That crit put me in range. I technically still had an out. It's very unlikely, but I technically still had an out. No. I mean, well, my out was dodging several money waters. GG's. Delmon crit was very rough. Because, as he should know, because he saw, the Soul Cure. No, he should know that I am Covert Cloak. I don't know. Maybe I should have brought Hoppip. But the flamethrower is just too scary for it. But thinking on it, Hoppip was probably a better call. I don't know what to drop for it though. Yeah, he really went, like, he ran defensive items and offensive spreads, which definitely has some value. I never capped, like, the Garg at all, but, you know, I just assumed that its numbers make sense. I stand by my Terra Water. Tauros. Did, what did Gholdengo do that time? Oh, Garganacl, I meant. I knew Gholdengo click make it rain. So Garg didn't protect, yeah. Did Garg not have protect? It literally only ever clicks Soul Cure. I just realized my opponent may have posted the replays. I should make sure I have the replays. Yeah, I mean, my opponent brought pretty good stuff, and I brought pretty straightforward stuff, which worked a lot better when I was playing against straightforward teams. Also, I didn't, like, account for the Gastro at all. Like I said, I changed Aquajet to Trailblaze in my Tauros, and changed some of my spread around on Gholdengo, so that, like, I think its sub was Living Muddy Water or something. Post-Terra. Oh, I suppose Post and Brie are the same. Yeah. Yeah, Electric and Fire is very difficult to cover with Gholdengo, because I was pretty reliant on covering ground as well. So, the offensive Screamtail's good. Screamtail's a really good one. Right, I should be having a chat with BOhm. Yeah, I just had so many mons that were basically useless in this matchup. I had to contend with all of the team he brought. So it seems like he brought something which is pretty weak to Rotom, all in all. But it did have the Terra Electric on Garg, which does have good defensive utility. So, other thoughts? Yeah, I mean, like, he brought good prep. I probably should have done something a little extra. I mean, he even forgot in-game that Perish Song didn't work on that, and that was, like, the main reason that I won. If I hadn't Terra'd, I had a more reliable win, but it was, like, a big 50-50 on what he brought in. The Magneton investment worked very well, because it kept it out of range of that Psycho Cut to a KO, which was a big problem. And yeah, Gastrodon definitely made his matchup into me better, though I think, in general, if he's not playing someone whose game plan before they, like, if I built a team in thinking Gastrodon was around, I probably would have had Doug on the team, to be honest, because Doug makes it very difficult for them, because their team is so reliant on pivoting. Let me just go through. Yeah, I think I may have, I probably should have done more adjustments to my team after Gastrodon came. Oh, I cannot hear you. It seems like you're talking, but I cannot hear you, and I don't know why. this sound? Open volume mixer. No, it says Discord is not trying to make audio. That is really weird. I still, sorry, I'm trying to connect through with BOhm, but yeah, I cannot unfortunately hear BOhm as it speaks, as it stands, which is weird, because we did a video together previously, didn't we? I think, in preparation for, yeah, we did the video on trapping about Doug. Yeah, I'm, cool, you can hear me, but I still can't hear you. It's got like a green thing, but the Discord isn't sending any audio out to me, and I'm not sure what that means. It doesn't look like it should be muted, and like obviously done these before. Okay, well, I don't get to have the post thing. If you just want to send me your paste, we can do like a chat after, and I will comment on it, and we can just chat in text, because the audio is not doing great. But I would like the chance just to poke over your paste. Okay, that was a lot of HP. Okay. Yeah, so a lot of HP. Yeah, 0 spit F. I think this was not a good set. What the hell? Why is it Fisher, Terraplast, and Rock Slide? Okay. That feels like a bit much, maybe. I mean, I know I don't have, like, the most. Okay, well. No, I still can't hear you. Of course. Sorry, I'm poking over your set on camera, as it stands. So it is Flash Cannon. It was sturdy. Sturdy did not wind up being even vaguely relevant because Magneton just tanked everything. Yeah, I was Shed Shell, as you can see, so it didn't do much. They said thought CC would do more. I think if I had a damage boosting item, it would have. I definitely regretted not having Wave Crash as the series went on. But that's only because you didn't bring screens, and if you did bring screens, I would have been happy. Fisher. You ran 2 Fisher Pokemon. I think that was not a good idea. I think if you had Protect on Garganacl, you would have won Game 2, basically guaranteed. Like, Fisher at least has synergy with Stomping Tantrum. I mean, even if you had Body Press, or, well, I suppose Body Press wouldn't have worked into my one specific mod, but, like, literally anything besides Fisher would have been a significant improvement. Like, it makes sense on Knackle Stack, because Knackle Stack doesn't have a good attack stat, but Garganacl does have a good attack stat. So you could at least run, like, you know, Stomping Tantrum, or, I don't know if it gets Stomping Tantrum, but, like, any attacking move. I like, you know, I've seen, like, Soul Cure Stone Edge do good work. Yeah. The Magneton, like, the fact that it wasn't getting 2 cured by the Super Fang and 2 Psycho Cuts was pretty significant, and I definitely should have, like, done more calcing and everything in prep after Gastrodon went up, because a lot of Pokemon that resisted Psychic suddenly became good Veluza checks, which weren't before. And the fact that CC did nothing was pretty crazy. EVLA is a crazy strong ability. Analytic would have come into play only once, right? Game 1 on the turn that you parried me, because every other time you want the last Pokemon to move. Analytic only works if Magneton is the 4th Pokemon to move, which is fun and funny. But yeah. Oh, there's Parasol Game 1. Forgot about that. I mean, you going to 2 good make it rain checks really just meant that I should have changed my prep significantly more than dropping Aqua Jet for Trailblaze. And, you know, I didn't do that, and that's on me. I really expected the Magneton make it rain to pick up, though I think I was already a -1, right? Yeah, 11 is not a lot. Was I at -1? Nope, I was at full. So, yeah, 11 is really not a lot. Guess that's what I get for being 0 investment, or I think it might have been 4. Yeah, Shadow Ball definitely seems like it was a reasonable consideration. Even if you'd wide guarded on that turn with Garganacl, instead of, I assuming, going for Soul Cure or Recover. Because you'd seen all my moves on Gholdengo in game 1, so you knew it was mono make it rain. There were a lot of just small optimizations, even with the sets you have, that could have made it not go to game 3. Though obviously, you know, there's a lot of luck that went into game 1 being what it was, with both of us having a bunch of dumb misses. Like, I think I dodged a Muddy Water, you dodged 2 Super Fangs, I think there was a dumb crit as well. Wound up being very RNG based for something where we, like, the least accurate move we collected was Muddy Water. I calced the game 2 on Hippo, it was like a 68% shot for me to win, and then like a 32% shot for you to win. I felt like not having any SpDef investment, like 4 is not SpDef investment, not having any SpDef investment on Hippo, just going full attack was, I don't know, maybe not the right choice. Obviously you went like full attack on Screamtail and that worked out, but I feel like the full attack investment wasn't that significant, whereas being able to live that wide guard, so that make it rain on single target from 60-odd% could have definitely done more. But ultimately, like, I had a game plan going into this, and it didn't get to do anything at any point, so, you know, you probably brought pretty good prep. Yeah, I definitely should have significantly changed my prep once Gastrodon was introduced, but, like, you know, there's a lot of RNG in both, in game 2. Was there... I know there was that really annoying crit turn 1, which definitely did more damage than the Electro Rub would have, but I probably would have been picked up anyways with Noivern. Because you saw the previous game that my Noivern was Covert Cloak when it didn't take Salt Cure from Salt Cure, so the Electro Up wouldn't have changed anything speed-wise. So it was just the damage, and I think you likely got more damage out of the super effective crit than out of the not super effective spread move thing that's like 55 base power. But I don't think that changed the ultimate thing, because like it was on 2% when it died, you know. I think it probably would have, you know, we would have taken 25 instead of, I don't know what a third of 72.3 is, about 20 odd, yeah, so yeah, genuinely about the same damage. The crit did slightly more than it would have otherwise taken, but only slightly, if it had been hit by both. Yeah. Electro, Muddy Water, Super Fang, all missed a bunch this series. Oh yeah, that crit on the with the Screamtail, when like I technically had an out of going like spamming recover and just dodging every single Muddy Water from Gastrodon. It's like, okay, I just needed to get up to, I think it was like I think I only needed one more nasty plot off, and then I was like technically had like a genuine out. But I need to get through like all of my remaining recovers of just dodging Gastrodon. Which would have been, I think, fairly comedic. Flamethrower was stronger than D-Gleam, yeah, because D-Gleam is base 80 and Flamethrower is base 90. Yeah, Sub was definitely a reasonable bring. I think a lot better with Murkrow on your team, because Sub on Veluza was supposed to punish Murkrow. And obviously it's not really a punish into any of the stuff that you actually brought. I definitely should have at least considered changing my Terrors on the Terra Waters, but like I said, I just didn't put enough time into thinking once you change the adaptations. Because if I was Terra Psychic on Veluza, there are a lot of places where that would have been like game winning. Like I think that would have really sealed up game 2 for me, but I think that also would have put me in a stronger position in game 3. Like being able to reliably get through Gastrodon would have been big. Being able to reliably get through Magneton would have been big. Not taking anywhere near as much damage from Magneton as well. It definitely was the thing. Who was your last in game 3? I definitely should have made different decisions. Yeah, like this, game 1 was quite close, game 2 was absurdly close, and then game 3, Hippo. Yeah, so if I was Terra Psychic Veluza, I think I had a shot of keeping myself in that game. I'll also, like, you know, if Tauros was a better Terra. Because Terra flying on Gholdengo wound up just not being good. With how consistently and reliably you brought Magneton. I was really scared of Breloom in prep, but I think that Gastrodon reasonably sort of substituted in for that slot. I don't think you really should have brought Breloom. But it seemed like a more likely mon, as well as Lycanroc, but yeah. Well, Spore's pretty good, and like my resists are definitely not bad. They're definitely good. Spore was I think something that was pretty scary to me, and then a lot of mons didn't love like the CC Bullet Seed Rock Tomb, especially if you did like Terra Rock or something. But obviously partly it was just because I was spamming sub and Bullet Seed punishes subs very well. And I had a very slow sort of comp to try and build into Breloom. Yeah, I definitely think the main thing, and I said this in like the audio, but you wouldn't have heard it, is the main thing that I should have adapted when I saw Gastro. I mean, I should have thrown the team out and started again, because Gastro is a really good mon. But Doug would have absolutely punished you, because you were incredibly reliant on being able to switch to get any value out of Gastro whatsoever. Like, your Garganacl even was, your Garganacl was Terra Electric, so it still died. Your Hippo was Terra Fire, so its Terra made it worse into it. Your Screamtail was Terra Fire, so it made it worse into it. Like a Protect Ditto to Dugtrio could have really put me in a better position. It would have been, I think, a significantly better enabler than Noivern wound up being. So I think if I was like, if I had Doug and I was like Terra Psychic on Veluza, I had a much stronger position. Or even with Terra Water, because obviously that punishes that as well. But being able to keep Gastro in is good. You had a mock against Rich Weave, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Doug's a really good mon, and it should have come this game. I just didn't re-prep after you picked up Gastro, because I think Doug was not useful against your team when you had Murkrow, but became significantly better against your team with Gastro because of how reliant you were on switching it in to punish me. Yeah, Lycanroc was the other guy I was a bit scared of that didn't wind up coming, though I prepped pretty hard for it, so like, Noivern should have been able to get up Tailwind unless you were like Life Orb and Terra Rock Stone Edge, or I think it was like Choice Band Play Rough with Terra Fairy. Or it could have been Hard Rock as well. I mean, it's a similar thing. If like, I don't think Lycanroc was good into my team, but it was scary, right? I definitely think you made a very reasonable play in not bringing Lycanroc. But yeah, I don't think anyone looks at Lycanroc with a like neutral rock matchup and is like, oh, okay, you know, this is easy as cake. But especially because a lot of my things were, you know, not designed to get better into Lycanroc. I had Terra Water partially on, I think, because obviously it makes me neutral to the Psychic and other Fairy moves, but also for the Play Rough and Psychic Fangs that could be coming out of Lycanroc, because Lycanroc has a weirdly similar offensive profile to Screamtail. Terra Steel is obviously better for covering for it specifically, which is why I had Terra Steel on Noivern. But Noivern just did not wind up doing much. Despite the fact that it was incredibly necessary for everything. It just wasn't getting much out of the game. It was just super reliant on Super Fang. I feel like I probably should have brought Hoppip one of the games. You didn't have anything that punished, or besides hard switching Gargan into a slot, you didn't have anything that punished Sleep Powder. Though Garg, I think, scattered away pretty well. Spidef, okay. You really just did not have a single defensive guy. Like, your best Vizdef guy, Gastrodon, was getting 2 KO'd by Psycho Cut. Noivern with Absorb and Terra Grass. I'm gonna guess that Rich brought that. I don't think that makes any sense whatsoever. I think Gastrodon is really good at one and done. Gastrodon's like a top tier mon, isn't he? I know, like, okay, I mean, I've stated previously to you that Gastrodon didn't really fix any of the problems with your team, except for the fact that it has a bad water matchup, so if you're playing teams with less water comps. But Gastrodon's a good mon. The difference is, the problem is more so that you have other mons that are the same mon as Gastrodon. just with like one worse matchup. So I mean, I don't know, maybe it is, but it is a good mon. Yeah, it's weird to have a mon that is that much of a top tier only feeling good this week, but I think that's more symptomatic of your team in general rather than this in specific. This is probably being very crazy for people watching, so I think I will end the video now and probably consider cutting some of this. Thank you guys for watching. There's the commentary. Goodbye.